Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So glad that you're here. Have you ever felt that your mood is calling all the shots? Your emotions are calling all the shots. Like one minute you're super chill, and the other minute, bam, just one thing, one little thing, and it will trigger you. That was me. Yes. Even till recent times, that was me. But guess what changed? I grabbed this one book and read it, sincerely read it, and it changed my entire perspective. Let's be real. Before this one book, my emotions were like on a roller coaster, that too without seatbelts. Yes, like a outraged driver who's not following any rules. That was how my emotions were. A little snag at work, and I will be going down the spiral in my self doubt sessions and in my overthinking sessions. I completely used to overthink, get annoyed by like little things, and even completely get swamped by my own emotions that I couldn't even shake it off. It didn't just stress me out, it made me felt like that I'm stuck in a place and I have no way out. I just wanted to change everything but never knew how to, and that's when I stumbled upon this one. Because before this book I just felt that emotions hit you just like that. So suddenly one day, just by accident, I wasn't even looking for it, I found this one. This one book. It's called Master Your Emotions, a practical guide to overcome negativity and better manage your feelings. So, yes, I found this one, that too accidentally. I wasn't even looking for it. And when I got my hands on this one, I wasn't buying this one for me. Like, seriously, I was buying this book for someone else. It was supposed to be a gift to my sister, but after I bought it, I even gifted it to her. But before she could start reading it, I started it. And that's how I knew I needed this book equally, even more. The title of this book in the starting sounded so bold to me, like it was too good to be true. I was not even willing to believe that it will really be proving it to be a practical guide. But let me tell you, this book turned out to be a complete game changer for me. Because this one didn't just taught me to shut my feelings down or to suppress me, it taught me to face it, to understand it, to make your emotions work for you. And that's how I actually started understanding the emotions, like really understanding it. So let's get down to what are the cool stuffs the author is trying to tell you in this book. It's not just fluffy talks. Okay, like so many self-help books out there, it's not just fluff. It's more like a practical guide giving you a step-by-step instructions for you to follow. And by that, you will be able to understand your emotions way better. This one came to me as a huge light bulb moment. So, the author explained that the feelings, even though they are hard or strong, like anger or sadness, it is just trying to tell you something. So, anger might be trying to tell you that someone has crossed the line, or the sadness might be pointing to that something you care about. So, here the author is not trying to tell you to fight with those emotions. He's trying to tell you to take a pause and actually look into your emotions. Listen to your emotions, that what are they actually trying to say about your current status. And this completely changed how I saw the emotions. The before and after of this are completely different things. So, before you can even handle your emotions, you need to know that they are even there. Because sometimes you are feeling certain emotions, but you are not able to pinpoint what that emotion is. But here in this book, the author is trying to push you to notice your emotions when they are actually happening, not before it, not after it, right when that's happening. So when you're feeling angry, the author pushes you to actually pause in that moment and feel that you're actually feeling angry, and why are you feeling angry, and why is that anger actually triggered. So the author gives you actually very simple ways, quick ways to actually check in your emotions, which starts with actually checking in with your body, or actually asking yourself, why am I feeling this, what am I feeling right now, and where in my body does it feel like. For example, when you are very 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 stressed, you can actually feel it here. When you are very anxious about or nervous about some things, you can feel it here, that tightness. But when you are heartbroken, you can actually feel that pain near your heart. So your emotions are just not mental things, they also impact you physically. So that just simple act of noticing actually that what is exactly happening to you in the moment, that makes everything feels a bit less scary. That means if you're feeling super angry, but you noticing that thing in the moment itself will actually make you feel less scared about your own emotions, because sometimes you feel like you are so angry that you don't know what you will end up doing, and that actually makes you feel scared of your own anger. But if you give a minute or two to just understand your emotion right in that moment, that might actually help you calm down and understand your emotion better. That will ultimately make it feel less overwhelming and less scary. So one thing which actually stood out to me about this book was that it deep dives into how you actually view things, because our feelings often come from how we see or how we perceive things rather than its actual happening. Somebody saying a certain thing is just the happening, but how you perceive it will lead to how you will feel it, your emotions. And then there is this another example, especially when you are in traffic. Suppose there is this one driver, because of the certain traffic amount he is in complete rage, but then on the contrary there is this another driver, he's just chilling, listening to music, just living in the moment, even though he's stuck in traffic. Same things happened to both of them, but the difference is how they see the things, how they perceive the things. And why is that? Because they both are in different mental state. The one who is raging in the traffic jam is not actually giving time and thinking, okay, why am I raging, because that is something not in my control, I shouldn't be angry on it. Meanwhile, on the other side, the one who is calmed down in the traffic, he's like, okay, if I'm stuck in a traffic, I'll just enjoy my music, because that person might not get enough time to enjoy music in the other parts of the day. Same happening, different perspective. So that's when I understood that this book is actually providing you with a tool to understand your emotion and challenge it at the same time, especially your negative emotions, your negative thoughts. Like, you will be compelled to think, is this thought actually helping, or is it a fact or just my way of thinking, or can I pick a different thought? Like, you will be compelled to think these things. This is where you get the how to tools from this book. It actually gives you a simple breakdown of steps to actually help in the real world, not just in theory but in the practical world. So first of it is breathing exercise. This book tells you time to time do certain breathing exercise, and these are like super simple yet powerful ways, because they actually chill out your entire system, not only your physical system but your nervous system, your mental system, and your emotional system. It gives it a chill and it calms you down. The second tip will be to change your body. I mean, not change your appearance, but change your position. If you're sitting for a very long time, then just stand up, do a little bit of stretch, just walk for a minute or two. If not going out, then at least walk in your room, in your own house, and just keep changing the positions of your body, because just a little smile, like you have been watching a content with this straight face, but even with a little change in your facial expressions, that does a lot. For example, I'm just sitting and in my own thought, and that thought actually leads me to feel very low, but suddenly I just get up and walk for a minute or two, feels a little bit of fresh air, go outside, have water, I'll feel so much better. That little action will help me feel better. I didn't do much, I just did this much, and that will help me feel better. Next step is to switch your focus. This one works the best for me personally, and it has worked for me even before I have read this book. And this is the only method I have been trying to use my majority part of the life. And this is where you actually shift your focus from the things which is actually bugging you. So my way of doing it is, if certain things are bugging me and I'm just overthinking, over analyzing them, I'll just start a song and shift my focus to it. Or I'll just start watching an episode of a series I have been watching or something, and I'll just switch my focus. That's how I have done it through my life, and even now I do it. Like if I feel super pissed off with something or someone, I'll just shift my focus from that person by just putting my headphones, playing a soothing music or my favorite song, and just chilling myself down and calming my nerves down. So that little shift in your focus will take you a long way. The last practical tip which this book taught me, and I guess this is one of the most difficult tip for me to follow, which is journaling. Like this is one of the most amazing way to get clarity over your emotions. And in this book, the author even gives you these pointers, these little prompts to actually help you journal your emotions. And why I say that it is very difficult for me, because I am someone that I would love to deal with my emotions on my own rather than letting anyone else see it or witness it. And this is just one of the things why I don't journal, because I don't want anyone to even accidentally read it. That's my thing. That's why I don't journal. But yes, I follow the other three tips religiously, and I see a lot of changes in me over the time. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I have gained the ultimate level of healing. That's not the case, but at least I have covered a certain distance. Even a little bit of improvement is very helpful. So, yes, that's what I'm following. I'm still on the journey, it's a long one. Let's do it together. It's not about not feeling your emotions at all like robots, but it's about actually taking actions and doing things that helps you reach your goal, even when you're feeling like super scared, nervous, or even anxious. And that's where this book actually helps you. It gives you little strategies to take, minor steps to build that momentum and just keep moving forward, and just showing that your feelings doesn't make you freeze. You can actually move forward while actually feeling and witnessing your emotions. So how did this book changed my life? Let me be very honest, it is a no overnight magic, and it is nothing like 0 to 100. It is something which depends on consistency. Yes, being steady and that being steady and creating that momentum will create a shift over time. And I have been witnessing that little shift in me over time. And yes, it is a long journey, it is a long path, but little bit of momentum, little bit of consistency will take you ahead in this journey, just like it is helping me over this journey. Like those little everyday annoyances, for example slow internet space, or a long line, a long queue for a certain thing. Earlier I used to get like super annoyed by these things, but over the time I have noticed a little shift in that. So now instead of getting super annoyed, I channel myself towards other things. I try to shift my focus to other things, and I pause and try to ask myself that what this feeling is trying to tell me in the moment. And usually it's just pure impatience, me being impatient. So hence I just choose to take a deep breath and try to think about something good, shift my focus to good things, and just roll with it. When I think of it now, I think it's so wild that I have changed the direction of my emotion over time. Like, if I was feeling impatient to the level of 100 earlier, now it has gone down to, I guess, 60, 70. It's a lot better. Even if you cross point 1, that's also a progress. So going from 100 to 60 or 70 is a great progress for me. So when suddenly there is a deadline to meet or there is a curveball, the usual older me would have just gone full blown breakdown mode. But now I actually use those awareness tricks I have learned through this book. So what I do these days is spot the tension and question my overwhelming thought, and then think the next best thing I can do in the situation. This one actually helps me to break down that bigger task into smaller steps and saves me a lot of stress. The biggest change I have felt is that I feel more powerful, especially in the department of emotions. Now I don't feel like that my emotions are completely overtaking me. Right now, I am in a situation where I can point that a point of tension and understand it. I get them, I can nudge my emotions, and I can choose how to respond to those emotions. It's like finding a superpower to handle all the ups and downs of your emotions. So, does that mean that being good with your emotions, being good in handling your emotions, is like being a robot? Not at all. It's like being a human, but a smart one. It feels like more like a pure freedom. Freedom from being yanked around by your different emotions, be it rage, anger, or sadness. It's more like giving yourself an option to choose how to respond to your emotions rather than just doing it in the go. And in this super fast, crazy world we live in, this book actually gives you awareness and skills which are absolutely necessary these days. And it helps you to let yourself keep calm down when things are going wild around you. And it also helps you make so many better decisions. Like, it helps you think rationally and helps you make better decisions. And this is one of the departments I have been actually working really hard on, because I used to find it super hard to make decisions, but now I'm getting better. And ultimately it helps me feel that I can go behind my dreams, and now I have more guts for it. And the author Thibaut Maurice gives you a very step by step guide to actually do all of it. this book is no magic trick. It's not like any magic pill that you pop in and it will be all sorted. It's like, if you give enough attention and actually put efforts, then this book can help you change so much around you. And it can even change how you experience your life, how you perceive your life, not just your emotions. Because yes, the emotions actually govern a huge part of your life. So, if you're actually looking for a book which can be a practical guide for you to tackle your own emotions, understand your own emotions, that I can't recommend you enough about this one. This book called Master Your Emotions by Thibaut Maurice. And if I find the link of this one online, I will drop that down in the description box so you can go ahead and order your own copy. Because this one not only helped me understand and be aware of my emotions, but it also actually helped me lead my life in much calmer way, and just not go on a complete roller coaster ride. So let me know, have you ever read this one, like this book, or any other book which actually totally shifted your emotions? Let me know in the comment section because I would love to know it. So if you found this video helpful, do not forget to click on that thumbs up button right below, subscribe my channel, and click on that notification bell so that you won't miss on my next video. And we'll meet again in the next one. Till then, do not forget to take care of yourself. Bye.